If you still believe that Jesus will come one day and save you, you'll never overcome your panic attacks. If you still look up to some sky daddy and pray to him in order to heal your panic attacks, then there is no hope for you. But if you can realize that you are a manifestation of divine itself, then you can totally overcome your panic attacks. But before that, you must realize that you need to be a social rebel because society has conditioned you so many limiting beliefs. When you were a child and you were up to the age of 8 or 9, your brain was producing theta brain waves. That is when you become very suggestive to all of your external environment. That is when you're hypnotized into believing that some figure that was dead 3000 years ago is going to come and save you again. That is when you absorb all sorts of limiting belief from your parents, from your society, from your schooling. Society has programmed all sorts of limiting belief, all sorts of negative emotional pattern and negative thinking pattern into your mind, into your subconscious mind. Then you grow up to become a person of that society. Of course, you're going to be sick because you were raised by a sick society. Now is the time to break free of all this social conditioning. A very reputed science journal, Nature, has declared that this universe is entirely spiritual and mental. There is nothing in this universe that is physical in nature, but we perceive this universe to be so physical and material. It's a lie. It's a magical lie. It's an illusion. Yogis have been calling our personal physical reality as illusion, as Maya, for thousands of years. This is all a manifestation of spirit. Me, you, this cloth behind me, everything is a manifestation of spirit. And Upanishads also say, Upanishads means a very brief conclusion of Vedas of Hindus. It declares that this universe is an extension of your own mind. Your personal universe is an extension of your own mind. If you have bad programs in your subconscious mind, because mind is divided into two parts and 95% of your mind is subconscious, if you have bad programs in your subconscious mind, your personal world is going to be bad. You're going to be inviting a lot of tragic circumstances to you. You become a magnet for all sorts of shitty events and situations. Your mental health vanishes because your program in the subconscious is bad. You attract breakup, you attract relationship issues, you attract health issues, you attract financial issues because you have bad programs in your subconscious mind. And who did that? Society. So please break free from this mass propaganda that has been prevalent in our societal structure. Now you need to reprogram your subconscious mind. But now that you are not a child anymore, your brain is not producing theta waves in and of itself. You need to do something to recreate these theta waves so that you can program your subconscious mind. And theta waves are not some magical waves that you need to recreate because every night before falling asleep, your brain naturally drops from high beta waves to alpha waves to theta waves to delta waves and you finally sleep. But now you need to be awake and create theta waves in your brain. And that is done through Yoga Nidra. People like Dr. Andrew Huberman call Yoga Nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol. You just guide your awareness through your body part by body part, until you achieve a state of relaxation or sleepiness. That is when your brain will start to create these slow, coherent alpha waves and theta waves compared to the brain waves that is getting produced in your brain right now. Right now, you're watching me and your brain is producing beta waves. When you're super stressed, when you're having panic attacks, your brain is producing high beta waves. But when you do Yoga Nidra, you'll be producing slow, coherent alpha waves and theta waves. And those brain waves are very healing in nature. After you do your Yoga Nidra, you have to now reprogram your subconscious mind. And in order to reprogram your subconscious mind, the best thing that you need to do, that you must do, that you can do, the best thing to do is you start to imagine that you're already free from panic attacks and you're living a life that is wonderful in all aspects. For example, you can ask yourself, what is the first thing that I would do after I have healed from panic attacks? And that might be in the form of you going up to a room that previously triggered your panic attack, but now you're just taking charge of that room. You're having fun in that room. All of your friends, all of your family members, all of your dating partners, your girlfriend is present in that room. You're having jokes, you're cracking jokes, they're complimenting you on how peaceful, on how powerful you are as a person lately. They're asking you secret of becoming so calm and peaceful. You're saying to them, hey guys, you do not have to worry about me anymore. I don't buy anxiety pills anymore. I don't go to therapy sessions anymore. I have found a trick to reprogram my subconscious mind and gain complete freedom from panic attacks. Now, if you provide enough sensory vividness to this imaginal act, your brain is so objective that it is going to start to believe that this imaginal act is actually happening to you in real time. Now, what you must do is you start to hold your attention on this imaginal act and keep on mentally rehearsing them over and over again. And that is a difficult part, because right now your attention has a very monkey like nature. It goes from one branch to another. It either goes to a past traumatic event or it starts to anticipate a future worst case scenario. You need to train your attention to be kept on this imaginal act that signifies that you're already free from panic attacks, and that requires practice. But if you can hold your attention and mentally rehearse them over and over again, you start to derive feelings from all these kinds of imaginal act. Now, what are the feelings that you're going to derive? Because you have imagined wonderful things happening to you. For example, waking up in the morning and you look at your watch and it is just 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and you just have a big smile on your face instead of heart palpitation and sweating from your face and racing thoughts in your head and dry mouth. You are naturally going to derive feelings of joy, gratitude, and empowerment, because now you have a big smile on your face and you're saying to yourself, wow, I'm finally free from panic attacks in this imaginal act. And because it is so loaded with all sorts of sensory vividness, you're going to feel the feelings from it. These elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment are going to get impressed into your subconscious mind. And these feelings are actually what breathes life into your imaginal act. Just by imagining, you're not going to be free from panic attacks. But if you can feel the freedom, if you can feel the joy, if you can feel the empowerment, if you can feel the gratitude, then your body chemistry starts to change. Then your healing actually begins. And then these feelings are going to breathe life into all of your imaginal act. You are naturally now going to go and stumble into one event after another, and suddenly all of your imaginal act are going to come to life. This is what manifestation means, by the way. If you can hold your attention on a particular imaginal act after going deep into a yoga nidra, and if you can feel the feelings out of them, then that must be manifested into your three-dimensional world of experience. This is called dharana in yogic terms, by the way. Holding your attention on a particular mental imagery until you start to feel the feelings from it. So this is how you gain complete freedom from panic attacks. Now, if you want one-on-one personalized coaching from me, then message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box down below and the pinned comment section down below. Subscribe and I will see you in the next video.